I'm here with Coach Paul Jennings from Jonathan Alder Pioneers.
How you doing, Gary?
And Coach, I just got a couple questions. I see you guys knocked off a 9-1 record or 9-0 record. Oh, well, we're gonna get knocked off here. And you got something good going for you. What kind of offense do we expect to see out of you guys tonight?
Tonight we're going to be using our game plan, which is a wing tee offense. What we plan on doing is a lot of we'll hide the ball a lot. We're going to use a lot of counters, a lot of traps. We'll use some sweeps. Basically, we're going to just try to hide the football as best as we can tonight.
Well, it sounds like a pretty good game plan. How about your defense? Like, they tell me you got a defense that's just like I've seen and heard you stop some really big teams this year.
We're going to run a 5-2 defense. That best fits our personnel this year. We're going to have a guy covering the center on London's offense. We'll have guys over the tackles and guys over the ends, and then we'll have 2 linebackers sitting over the guards. And right now, that's the game plan we go with tonight, a 5-2 defense.
And by the way, I understand you got some pretty good running backs. Just heading, and I think you had another kid that's around 1,000 yards or better.
Okay. We are basically, we primarily feature 3 boys in the backfield. We'll, at any given time, any 3 guys could carry the ball. That's the main thing about our offense. We're going to hide the football, and we also have 3 guys at any given moment could come around the end carrying the football. Our fullback, Eddie Willett's rushed for over 800 yards to this point in the season. And our tailback has rushed for just over 500 yards. And our wingback has rushed over 600 yards, and that's Roger Headings. And if there's going to be a big play made tonight, it's probably going to be Roger Headings carrying the ball. He only carries the ball maybe 6-7 times a game, but he has over 600 yards this year. He averages over 10 yards a clip carrying the ball.
I've been following him. He's doing pretty good. Well, look, Coach, I want to wish you all the luck in the world. And I tell you what, one more thing. I understand you got a couple twins. How are they doing?
I've got a 2.5-year-old son. He's not 2.5. He's going to turn 3 this month. And we also have 2 twins that were born the week before the season starts. So sleep is a dream right now.
Okay. All right.
So they're going all right, and we'll take care of ourselves.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's Coach Paul Jen, and we'll get back to you with another interview here with Coach Dobmar shortly.
Hello, I'm Martin King. I'm standing here at Von Kennel Field with the coach of the London Red Raiders, Coach Dobmar. Dobmar, it's a really big game for the Red Raiders tonight. One blemish on your record. This team's still undefeated. How did practice go this week?
A great week of practice, Martin, and we're really excited about our opportunity tonight. You know, a few weeks ago when we got knocked off by West Jeff over there, we didn't feel that we played very well, and we're just so excited for the opportunity to be able to redeem ourselves tonight. We had a great week of practice, and I believe our kids are focused, and we'll have no excuses after tonight's game.
Your defense has played great all year long, I feel. And this is a really big test for them tonight. Any special preparation for this team?
No, nothing special. You know, just everybody's got to do what they're supposed to do. We play an assignment defense. They play an assignment offense. So we just got to make sure that our kids get where they're supposed to be and do what they're supposed to do. And if we play with the type of fire and emotion that I believe we're going to play with, I think we'll be in good shape.
The players seem to be pumped up and pretty ready tonight. I think you guys are going to do well. Is there any other anything you notice in their films or whatever that you're going to try to hit on with your game plan offensive-wise?
Well, you know, Martin, you get to this point, they're 9-0, we're 8-1. You kind of got to do what got you here. I don't expect them to do too many things tricky, and I don't think we'll do too many things tricky. We just hope that we line up and throw all the cards on the table and the best team wins.
Well, Coach, I wish you the best of luck and good luck tonight.
Great to be here, huh?
Oh, yeah, love it. Well, that was Coach Dobmar, and I'm Martin King, and all I can say right now is let's get it on.
Yeah, we'll keep it going there. So I tell you what, Martin and I are going to be calling this game tonight, and very soon you get a chance to see who we are or what we're doing. So now you know who we are and what we're doing. Gary McNeil and Martin King. We'll see you later. Hope you enjoy. A couple kids, I haven't got the complete story on it, but we got a couple kids, boys that are ineligible tonight. But we just have to, pick up from there, and everybody has to get, form that team work there and just go ahead and win the game for us.
That's what it's all about, is being able to overcome adversity. And during situations like that, you just have to keep on playing. You just have to overcome. They still have a good team. Sean Kahn will be playing quarterback tonight, and the team seemed very, very up and very focused. Both coaches on both teams, for that matter, they seem very focused and very determined tonight, and we could really see a barn burner here this evening.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to. But we're going to take a little moment here and pick up this band here, and we'll be back shortly. See if you can zoom in on those Alder cheerleaders over on the other side, Carl. They're going through a pretty good ritual. I think they just quit on you. Okay, we got the marching band leaving the field right now. We'll see what these kids are going to do. They got about a couple hundred balloons, look like, out there. Let's just see what they're going to pull off here. This is something new for me. I haven't seen this done before here at London. Might be telling my age.
The Board of Education, Superintendent, and Athletic Council of London High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to this football game. London High School and Jonathan Alder High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules and regulations that set forth by the association to maintain high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with different schools. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of London High School. You are requested to so regard them and to so treat them in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. In perception and practice, good sportsmanship shall be defined as those qualities of behavior which are characterized by generosity and genuine concern for others. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials are the referee, David Trailsback, the umpire, Tom Phillips, the head linesman, Larry Schaefer, the line judge, Eric Diltz, and the back judge, Jerry Martin. 185, a junior. Number 99, Dave Lewis, 6'4", 188, a senior.
We don't have a list.
At the tackles, number 56, Carl Richardson, 6'1", 235, a junior. Number 65, Joel Cutler, 6'3", 224, a senior. And number 54, John Jordan, 5'10", 180, a junior. The linebackers, number 58, Alan Richardson, 6'2", 204, a senior. And number 52, Terry Yoder, 6'2", 193, a senior. The defensive backfield, number 4, Eli Bryant, 5'10", 165, a junior. Number 26, Alan Clifton, 5'8", 132, a junior. Number 1, Travis Faber, 5'10", 165, a senior. And number 21, Roger Heading, 6', 187, a senior.
Would you believe, I think the recorder stopped and we missed part of this first quarter.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The option play. He pitches it back. Harris stops and makes a cut. The Pioneer defense was right there, and we got another big fourth down play coming up.
Fans, I hate to tell you, but I think we missed a little bit of this first quarter. Something happened to the power up there, and the power kicked off. I apologize for that.
To recap for those who missed it, London's taking the opening drive, and they're marching down inside the 15-yard line on big runs by Harris. And a big fourth down play right here. The pitch is bobbled. He's still on his feet. Loose ball. They're fighting for it. Fumble on the play, and it's going to be Pioneer football. A big turnover right there.
I believe the pitch out from the quarterback is just a little bit too hard to handle.
A little too high. I believe it hit him right in the face mask. And now it's time for the Red Raider defense to see what they can do against this awesome running attack of Jonathan Alder. They tried back up the middle, nothing doing.
Number 35, Bill Otaw. Brought down by number 13, Corey Bennett. Second down.
Wingback goes in a little motion. They take it over the left side this time. Nothing doing.
Looks like London ain't giving up nothing over that up over the middle of the line there.
The Red Raider defense has been they've been stingy against the run all year long. This is a gut check for them right here. Third down and long, 8 to go. The wingman goes in motion, and he slips down and falls, and they got a punt situation right here. The defense holds.
Defense holds. They're stingy tonight. That was almost like a goal line stand there.
Yes, it was. They didn't give them anything.
Back deep for London, number 32, Mike Harris, number 13, Corey Bennett. Run for Jonathan Alder, number 21, Roger Headings.
Got a lot of danger returning this ball. Harrison Bennett, whenever they touch it, you stand on your feet because anything can happen.
Boy,
excellent kick. And it's going to take a Pioneer bounce out of bounds.
Headings' punt rolls out of bounds at approximately the London 22-yard line.
Well, we'll have to start all over. Try to recap a little bit of what I think you may have missed. London took the kickoff and took the ball clear down to what, about the 35-yard line?
They marched inside the 15.
Inside the 15.
They were inside the 15 and they fumbled.
Before they had a fumble. Once again, I apologize to you for not having this on. Something happened, the power kicked out. If you see all the wires I got hung up in here, you know why.
Aaron Roberts right back up the middle. And he's a tough one to bring down. And he's going to be down close to a first down.
Alan Griffin, number 1, Travis Raver.
London's running game is starting to look like it did at the first part of the season.
Yes, it is.
If we don't have a mental lapse like we did over at Alder, we should come out of this game in pretty good shape.
One thing about the Red Raiders,
not
this
Alder,
game,
but West Jeff, I'm sorry.
That's okay. This game, they need to cut the mistakes. They need to play full quarters of football.
Donations will be appreciated.
That's what it's going to take to win this game.
Call Ben Hubbard at 852-9481 or Ruth McGraw at 852-9969. Also have blue ribbons tonight that will sell you for donations or whatever you want to donate. Open your heart. They're invalid. Second down.
4 quarters of football to win this ball game here tonight, folks. Tom settles underneath. He's looking to pass to wide open Adrian Terry. And he moves up the sideline.
His first pass, man, right on the money.
It looked very good. He was wide open.
He's been working on his passing game. I understand, if I'm not wrong, I think he had a tutor that was teaching him the quarterback pass and the stance and how to release the ball and this type of thing. And the guy that I heard him was tutoring was really good in high school and some college ball. So
he looked very good on that play. Terry ran a little hook on the sideline. Boom, he was right there wide open. They're up close to midfield again. And they're going to Harris over the left side. He breaks one tackle in the backfield for a gain of about 2 yards.
Knocked down the play by number 52, Jerry Yoder. Second down.
got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. London's got the ball on shall I call it the 54-yard line? I know you're just waiting on that.
Big Bo Williamson checks into the ball game. Hans looking to throw again. He's got him wide open. Terry rolls out one would-be tackler to get the first down.
That was a sweet pass right on the numbers. He come out with him. He didn't even really have to set up. He come out on the throw. Throwing on the step.
London's looking real good and precise in their plays. They're executing very well here early tonight. Uh-oh, little mess up on the flip there, but Harris is trying to make something of it. Give him a gain of about 6 yards on the play.
I didn't see that. I guess he did. Right in front of our own team. It's starting to remind me of the first game of the season down here.
A turnover. I totally missed. I thought he went out of bounds. Evidently lost the football in the process. And the Pioneers recover again.
Had a slight mix-up in the backfield, but that's no excuse for the fumble.
The Pioneers are 9-0, and you really can't afford mistakes like this. A nice offside, obviously. Number 4 on the Johnson Alder. That's going to move them back 5.
Flags flying from every direction.
Encroachment, 5 yards.
.133 left in the first quarter in the off-ball zone. And a 1st and 15. On the 33-yard line.
London attempts to march the ball down the field, trying to use a ball control offense. But you don't want this Alder team to have too many snaps of the ball because they can break it at any time. No confusion on defense. They take it back up the middle. Nothing doing.
As many times they tried that middle, I think we're being set up.
Down by number 54, Jeff Matheson.
Looking for a quick pass.
Roberts.
Or a flea flicker.
Second down.
Jeff Matheson with yet another tackle. They set up again. They're spreading out the backfield. They go over the left side. He's brought down well short of the first down.
I can hear them pads cracking clear upfield.
If I'm not mistaken, that was a gain of about 4 on the play, and that was their longest gain of the night. 3rd down and 12.
Have to keep your eyes on that heading. He's a big play man.
He's their big man they go to when it ain't going well. He doesn't get, as the coach said earlier, he doesn't get very many carries a game, but when he does get the ball, they're usually big ones.
First quarter, the score, 0.
Well, we ended the first quarter with a 0-0 score. Both teams have had good chances to move the ball. They haven't really moved the ball that well. London was moving real good. They had a couple fumbles. That reminds me, the first game of the season, we had about 4 or 5 fumbles. Defense has held up well.
They did.
Martin, I don't know what to tell you. It's got to make the beginning of a real good football game. Both teams are kind of tight right now.
Yeah, very tight. London did have a couple turnovers, but they look good. They look good. And the turnovers, they really wasn't, they could have went either way. They wasn't bad. Any turnover is bad, but he wasn't just running with the ball and dropped it. You know, the defense of Jonathan Alder helped cause those fumbles. And it's going to happen in the game. If they can cut down on those, they're looking real crisp in their plays. As long as they keep that going, I think everything will come together for them. The defense looks really pumped up, and they got a big opportunity right here to hold them down and keep them down.
Got a good shot at Coach Stoudemire in the huddle. I guess they changed a few things in their game plan a little bit this week when they found out that Jason Artis wasn't eligible. But I think so far Con has done an excellent job. We're just going to need a little time to get over the jitters. And I think he'll come through for him.
I think he'll be just fine. The wingman goes in motion. Up the middle, nothing doing. The defense, as it's done all year long, is playing tremendous. And they're setting the punt. I think they're going to back up a little bit further this time. But that first Alder punt, that thing, it traveled like 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, he got the foot in the toe into that ball.
Mike Harris, Corey Benedict, Roger Hedges to punt for Jonathan Alder.
If I was London, I'd respect it. It's easier to run up under it than to just run back after it.
With due respect, he did have a little bit of the wind of his back.
Straight up. Leave it alone.
London needs to get away from the ball.
I can understand why they stand so close to it. That ball could take one little flip and touch you, and then Katie bother do it.
And that was real close to roughing the kicker right there. Roughing the punter, he tried to play a little acting job, but the ref wasn't falling for it.
I didn't even think he hit him, did he?
No, he barely brushed up against his leg, and the punter did what he's supposed to. He fell straight to the ground.
Yeah, Carl just told me the ref was reaching for the flag.
He thought about it. Then he said, we're playing in London. And Con's looking deep, and he's got Terry out there. What a catch!
Pretty.
What a catch!
Right on the money. Did you like the way Con pumped 2 or 3 times before he threw that ball? I mean, the boy plays like he knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does. He's a tremendous athlete. He was looking at Adrian Terry all the way. Pump once, pump twice, and the third time released it.
And the camera work was great, too. According to the cameraman, I didn't get a chance to see it. He's patting himself on the back up there. As cold as it is, I'd pat you on the back, too. Warm you up a little bit.
Adrian Terry took his time and got tremendous position on the ball. They're going to Roberts right back up the middle. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
All it takes is one big play like that, and it can break things up for you. Just break it right open.
London driving again. I'll tell you what, Alder's lucky. This game isn't 14-0 already. It very easily could have been. They've had a couple of touchdown-saving tackles. Roberts was lined up at tailback. Pitch. They're going down. Harris over the right side. He's close.
He's down to about the 4-yard line, I believe. Once again, we had good camera work. Go ahead, Carl, it's your birthday. Whoop, there it is.
First and goal inside the 5. The capacity crowd is now rising to their feet, and I think they know who's going to get this football. Aaron Roberts over the right side.
He's close.
Real close. He knocked a big pile of guys backwards right there.
I'd say he's in pretty close about the 1. Second and goal for London, second quarter.
9:43 to play. Good.
Focus might be
A little confusion. Official timeout on the play. Now here we go. 9:43 to play. To Roberts again, over the right side.
Yes.
Touchdown.
He's in for the score.
Touchdown.
We're on our way.
London jumps out to a 7-0 lead, a 6-0 lead, pending the extra point with 9:31 to play.
In the second quarter, London is on the board.
Brad Teal set the kick.
Number 21, Brad Teal.
I think you're very much right. This could have easily been a 14-0 ball game.
Teal kicks up, and it's no good.
Oh no! Hope that doesn't come back to haunt us.
That makes a score. London 6. Jonathan Alder.
Dogmar's on the field. He's all fired up. He's ready.
He does look like a man on fire.
Well, it took about a quarter and a half to score. London finally got on the board, 6-0. That long pass from Con to Terry, right on the money. I think Terry had to hold up just a little bit for that pass.
Yeah, but he's very good at that. That ball's up there. Him and Bo Williamson, they stand there and they get position on the ball.
Yeah, what was good about that, I liked about it, was he shielded himself from the other player where
exactly.
The ball hung a long time. It looked like it could have been picked off, but the way Terry shielded the defensive man from the ball, there was no way to get to the ball.
These London receivers have an uncanny ability of putting themselves between the ball and the defender, and they do it very well. Aaron Roberts is going to kick off for London.
Kick off. Back lead for Jonathan Alder, number 21, Roger Headings. Number 4, Eli Bryant. Number 1, Travis Graver.
Headings back to the return. He's the main man. Squint kick down the middle. Number 1 has it. He takes it back up the middle, and he's hit.
And he hit a brick wall. It's a brick wall. No, that's brick house, wasn't it?
Ball failure. Number 1.
You know what? It's cold out here tonight.
It is.
Brought down by number 75, David Nagy. Number 81, Drew DeGuire.
I really wasn't feeling the cold till you just mentioned it, because I was pumped about the game.
That's why I got this lower seat where I can hide down behind some of this.
Ball to 23-yard line of Jonathan Alder.
Red Raiders. There's literally 22 men on the line of scrimmage. Everybody's up there.
Billy Parker on the play.
Flags are down.
Look like it could be against London.
And it's going to go against
maybe
the
they drew London.
Jonathan Alder.
I saw the linebacker break toward the line. Then he stopped all of a sudden. Then the whistle blew and the flags come out. That's the end of that story.
Roberts, the defensive captain, gets the signals. Bennett gets in position. Nothing doing. Loss of 2 yards on the
defense
play.
is stingy so far tonight.
Yes, they are.
They aren't giving up anything.
Against this London defense, you're almost going to have to pass. If you let them stick 6 men on the line of scrimmage, you're in trouble. You got to make them put some defensive players back there.
Looks like the only thing so far London's giving up is their breath, and they're drawing that back.
Second down and 15 to go. Nothing going. Big Cliff Williams. Hammer time. He got him.
Ran into another stone wall back there. Jason Ferguson carried that ball at times.
Cliff Williams, number 54, Jeff Matheson. Third down.
See Cliff Williams up to his old tricks again. Let's see what kind of stats I got on Cliff here. Cliff's got 41 solo tackles, 12 assists so far.
He is something else. Nothing doing.
I bet Alder can't believe how stingy this defense is acting tonight.
They're playing very, very well. And I think London's coming in with the punt return team right now.
Number 44, Scott Sims.
And back to return is going to be Fred Lester.
London leading 60-0 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
That's Harris back to return. My bad. Harris is back. Fumble on the play, and we got him. We got it. First and goal from the 5. London football. Oh my! And the hits just keep on rolling.
You got that right. Took a bad snap. Wasn't nothing he could do but eat it.
Heading stole the snap.
Them cause nightmares.
The Red Raiders. Run it ball. First down 10. Put the ball inside. First down to goal. Put the ball inside the 10.
First time to go inside the 10. London's on the roll again.
Kahn goes over to the left side of Roberts.
Yeah, we got our main biggest blocker in there, the pole. Showing his stuff again.
Second down goal.
Harris checks in. London sets up, they go over the right side. That's going to be a touchdown, Harris! Half of the Jonathan Alder team was laying on the ground.
Harris goes in and on a big block behind John Wilson. Wilson just laid that man out flat.
That whole offensive line had half the Alder team laying on the ground.
Leonard's going to try to go for 2, I think, to make up for that missed.
Timeout, London.
Timeout here, and I believe you're right. They are going to go for 2.
Got a timeout here with 5:58 in the second quarter. London is leading by 12-0. It's
Registration will be at 11 and 12 o'clock.
looks like it's a decision now whether they want to go for the extra point or go for 2.
Shaw Field, right across from Von Campbell.
It's been a game of mistakes and the big play. Big play so far has capitalized on this game.
And I'll tell you what, they're very lucky. It's not, they're going for the 28 points right here. This is very easily be their 4th touchdown.
London to go for 2.
London has sustained a drive. This right here, this touchdown coming off a mishandled punt attempt. And they flip it out to Harris. He takes it, he's going to be close. No good. Didn't get it in, but London still takes a 12-0 lead.
Drop down, go to the goal line. Number 1, Travis Rayward.
Any way you look at it, it's still going to take 2 scores.
London, 12. John Alder.
2 touchdowns or get up with it.
This capacity
There's
crowd
the
is going to
scoreboard
see
there.
it again.
12-0. 5:58 left in the second quarter.
Is getting set to kick once again.
Leonard's defense is just sticking like glue.
They're pumped.
We just have to keep the intensity up.
If they can do that, I think they'll be just fine. You can't let your guard down for 1 minute against this team. They take it right back up the middle with the middle return, and there's that wall.
Oh, the running back looked like he was ready to lay down. I don't really think he wanted to be hit.
Brought down by Mike Harris and by Mark Short. Have your attention, please. Would Gary and Florence Hillier report to the front gate immediately? Gary and Florence Hillier, to the front gate immediately.
There goes the man in motion. They're trying to hide it.
And it's a sack time.
Nothing doing. Oh my. Adrian Terry. Who else was that in there?
They're not going to let him get out of the backfield so far.
Number 22, Adrian Terry.
Look out, Arton.
Second down. Special timeout.
In case you people didn't know, the King brothers are originally from Arlington,
And Florence
and
Hillier.
they're always in the playoffs.
And right now we are currently ranked #1 in the state in Division III.
I heard that.
We had an equipment timeout right there.
Burn that camera up.
There they go with the hiding and the trickery. Who has the ball? But I'll tell you what, every time London knows who has the ball.
They picked up a few yards on that play. Probably the most they've picked up so far tonight.
It was, I think their longest gain's been about 4 yards.
Number 44, Scott Sims.
This running game just hasn't been able to get off the ground. I'll tell you what, this is a huge defense London has. They look a lot bigger than the Alder offensive line.
They do, don't they?
They're running over reverse. Nothing doing. Shut down. Gain of about 1.
Brought down the play by number 31, junior quarterback.
It's something the view you get up here, it looks like he's going to just terrorize that field. All of a sudden, they just close it on him, and the pursuit just eats him up.
Pete Gilkey was not fooled one bit on the play. Seen it coming and shut it down.
Mike Harris. Number 13, Corey Bennett. The punt for Jonathan Alder, number 21.
It looks like London has a return on this one.
Got a good snap, we got a
And
flag.
we're going to have offside against London.
And penalty marker on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong. Looks like
Wilson
another
was going
penalty.
for the block.
Illegal procedure against Alder.
Seems like when it rains, it pours.
Jonathan Alder.
Oh, this is Grand Central Station up here.
They're set to punt again. Bennett and Harris back to return. Oh! And he was real close to another block.
The ball gets good field position off that punt. They're on about the, 49-yard line, 48-yard line.
Number 44 Sims caught one of the older players standing there watching the ball about knocking his helmet off.
48.5-yard line.
Sims hits hard.
He's right up there too, one of the leaders and the tackles. The Raiders set up again, and every time they've had the ball, they sustain the drive, and they're looking deep.
The pass is
He's got
there.
Williamson.
It's
Yes,
there.
sir. Good play.
Beautiful play.
Oh my!
Right on the money. I tell you what, this convoy has been the crowd's favorite all year. Everybody's been pushing, trying to get him in there, and he's got a chance. He's making the most of it.
And with all due respect to the London He's throwing the ball in the swirling wind. But these receivers they're unreal. You get it up in the air and they're going to catch it.
All our receivers play basketball and they have really good hands.
They go to Roberts. He's hit by one tackle in the backfield. But one tackler ain't going to stop him.
Second down.
If you're going to tackle Aaron Roberts one-on-one, you better pack a lunch.
Yeah. Go up under his toenails and trip him up. Well, we got our best blocker back in the game. The pole.
Harrison, a tailback.
Looks like there might have been some movement in the line.
Running marker on the play.
With the way the Red Raiders are playing, if they can avoid the mistakes, there's no reason why right now this is really putting some nails in the coffin right here.
That'd be my thought.
With the way this defense is playing, I don't know how fast, and it looks like, well, the way Johnson always done all year, they sport primarily the running game, and they're not going to be able to jump back into a ball game really fast.
And the rate they're going, the momentum, as long as we keep the momentum going the way we are, this defense isn't giving up anything.
Not one iota. London timeout.
I think we got, like you said, we got a London timeout. And while we got this short timeout, I'd like to let you fans know that these games have been brought to you by Carl King and Martin Luther King, Darby Calhoun, and myself, Gary McNeil. And if you get a chance, just show us a little appreciation. That's what, because we're putting a lot of time, a lot of money into this. And just show us a little appreciation. Say hi to us. Let us know that you appreciate the game and you really like it. And thank you. We'll try to do it again next year. And I understand Carl's going to help me in basketball this year, so we're putting out the home basketball games too. Just let us know. Just a little pat on the back now and then. It doesn't hurt anybody.
We're missing one of the colleagues in the booth tonight, Darby Calhoun. I don't know if he's still on location or missing in action, but he's not with us tonight.
It's been a nice Thursday and a nice Friday morning. We'll see y'all next year.
This will probably be our last game we're going to do this year, unless Martin gets wired up and wants to go do one of the playoff games if we happen to get there.
Tom's looking to pass again. Good play right there. He just threw it away.
Yeah, and what was good about it is he got it to an area where there wasn't anybody. They couldn't call it down in the ball, but couldn't call it ground in the ball. But he still got it to an area where they couldn't be intercepted.
London comes out with men split to each side. And there it is, there it is, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, no good. Just went through his hands.
Did he miss it?
Went through his hands.
The defender didn't even know where the ball was.
He didn't even look back. We got a field goal attempt coming here. Brad Till's checking into the ball game.
I haven't seen it. Have we had any attempts at home this year?
I believe we had one. Brad Till's definitely got the leg for it.
Yeah, I think he can chalk this one up if we get a good snap. Yeah, it should be.
It's up. It's got a chance. It's there. And it's good. Brad Till kicks the 35-yard field goal.
Puts the score up to 15-0 with 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the second quarter.
Makes a score.
Got it.
London 15, Jonathan Alder nothing.
I'd like to take this time real quick to thank Carl King and Gary. And Gary, he's our executive producer. I'd like to thank them for asking me to do this and letting me be a part of this because I've really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did it. You really made things happen. Really happy with the way things turned out. We've got a lot of response from it. And for the people out there who can't get to the games and don't want to come, they can still see it. You'd be surprised how many people actually watch these games. I want to thank the cable company for finally getting Channel 11 up in pretty good shape now. John McCullough done a great job, and you guys get a chance. People get a chance. Thank him for it, because he had an awful lot of work to do to get that thing straightened out. I don't understand that.
He saw about 5 Red Raiders running at him. He saw a lot of Red Raiders running at him, and he was thinking about a trip to the hospital possibly, though, so he had no blockers in front of him.
There was a bunch of people there, a bunch of Raiders.
This is the most pumped up I've seen this crowd all year. The way the Raiders are playing, this had all the makings of a blowout. Nothing doing again.
What game was it we kept saying that they need to leave that middle alone?
Are they everyone? It's just not going to happen. You're not going to run up the middle against the Red Raiders. They've tried it all year long, and no one's been able to do it.
That's where the big boys are.
No one's trying to make an attempt to stop the clock. And I think Alder's going to go into the halftime thankful they're only down 15 points.
I think they think so too, because I'll tell you what, there's been a couple fumbles. We was on our way for a touchdown.
They're very lucky.
But like I just put it this way, we can't live on this 15 points because Alder usually finds a way to come back and win a game. So we have to be prepared for that.
They've done.
Stay on the up.
They have done it a few times this year. And you got 50. That's 2 scores.
Right now, I have to tell them, like a friend of mine down in the Virgin Islands used to say, "Pressure bites you, man. Pressure bites you."
Alder usually plays their best when their backs are against the wall, and they're definitely against the wall tonight. Because their running game shows absolutely no signs of getting off the ground.
The girls cross country finished second in the region. And the boys cross country team finished 4th. Congratulations, Terry and Hans, senior boys and girls. Nice season.
16 seconds to play here, and London just wants to keep something big from happening right here. They want to keep everything in front of them, and they're looking deep, and it's going to be picked off. And guess who? Guess who? Guess who?
Mr. Do-It-All. Dance with the convoy.
He's done that a lot this year.
Yeah. I think the convoy thinks that ball belongs to him. He wants it on the quarterback, and then he wants it when the other team gets it. He takes it away from him.
I think London doesn't want to get one playoff here because the athletes they have, you never know. And they're looking deep to Terry. He's out there. He had him for a moment, and that'll be the last play of this first half. And what a first half it was.
Yeah, it's been a very exciting first half. Outside of the little few minutes we missed in the first quarter, I think you're very be happy with this London team so far. I hope we don't have a letdown. We're going to take a short break here, Martin. You got anything to say before we break away here for a few seconds?
I think Dodgemeyer's going to go in, and he's going to keep them motivated, because I noticed something when I was interviewing him earlier in the pregame. He just had a look in his eyes like he wanted this game and he wanted it bad.
Yeah, I think so too. So now we just go. I see they're carrying Wilson off the field. I sure hope he isn't hurt bad, because he's also, not only that, he's one of our star basketball players. So the best to you, Mr. Wilson. I hope everything's fine with you. Okay, we're going to shut her down for a few.
Now time for the orange ticket. The orange ticket. 50-50.
Here we are, the Red Raiders come.
Other teams are coming back on the field. We're getting ready for the second half. Carl, you got November 5th, 93 on there.
225-6236. We have the money upstairs here in the press box. Give me a visit. And we'd like to remind all of you to open your heart to Aaron Bennett.
The important thing right here is to get loose and get your muscles stretched back out.
And fried chicken dinner.
Yeah, get ready to come out here and take that whooping.
$7, 4:30
No, that's not
7 p.m.
nice.
On December the 11th, 1993.
London came in that first half. They come in ready to play. I hope that intensity is still there because the chemistry was the chemistry was there for today. Everything just seemed to come together. The seniors have probably had a lot to do with pulling together around this sophomore quarterback, and he's done a great job. I see him passing to the man that taught him now. John Thomas out of Washington Courthouse has been working with him. From what I've been told, he's been working with him all summer. And John was a heck of a passer when he was in high school and a little bit of Cincinnati.
Well, the Pioneers are going to try to come out this half and get something mounted. But, oh no, in the pre-game show, talking to the coach of Alder, he did seem kind of worried about this game, just something about him. You can see it on something in his eyes.
Well, I don't know. I've always said that being the county seat, we're probably the biggest school in the county. We actually are not supposed to be losing to the county schools. Now, every so often, some of the county schools come up with an exceptional group of kids, athletes, but on an average, London should be the dominant force in the county. It don't always work that way, but I really feel that's the way things work out.
From what I've seen the last couple of years, it looks like that's going to be that way again.
Jefferson built their program up real good, and but even as good as their program is built, I still don't think that they have the amount of kids and athletes to pick from that we have here. It's just a matter of the kids getting dedicated and buckle down, get the grades, and put that extra effort because it's a year-round sport anymore.
Yes, it is.
Burger King, Kroger's, the First Baptist Church, Lakehead United Methodist Church, St. John's Lutheran Church, and also all the parents and friends of the band. Thanks to all of you.
A few of the Red Raider players out there beating themselves up.
Yeah, they're getting ready, ain't they?
Yeah. Trying to get that
gladiators.
Trying to get that blood moving again.
Well, let's see what Coach Jen has got in store for us the second half.
The crowd gets up, and with the crowd getting up, so do the players.
I see Wilson's on the sideline there. I don't know if he's having any problems or not. He's down on his knee. I sure hope he isn't.
Because London they need something to keep them up. This game has possible playoff implications. If you want to play again, they got to win tonight. And here we go, starting the
It's
second
kickoff
half.
time.
The ball blows off the tee. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit more here, and it is starting to get colder.
London's come out with a 15-0 lead. Start this third quarter. Adrian Terry decides to hold the ball. The wind must have picked up some.
He'll still get down there.
Squib kick.
He'll probably still be the first one down there.
Here we come with the trickery. Who has the football? Nobody knows except the London Red Raiders.
I think I've seen it all now.
Now that play's going way back. That play goes back to the days of Newt Rockney and Notre Dame.
Well, they were Notre Dame jerseys up there. I've seen it all now. I haven't seen that play in high school ball for a long, long time. And they lost yardage on that.
Here they go, off tackle to the left side, nothing doing.
Yeah, come around Bennett's side and they're in trouble. Corey Bennett. I guess Robertson's in on that tackle too.
This is the best I've seen the Red Raider defense play all year long against a team that's been just rush the ball like this all year.
Yeah, they've actually, so far, they have actually shut them down.
Fumble on the play! Red Raider ball!
Red Raider covered the ball on the fumble.
The Red Raiders,
John Alder, have been knocked completely out of sync.
They have this team rattled from jump. They have not allowed Jonathan Alder a first down this game.
I don't believe they have got a first down.
They have not been close to a first down.
Now that would be quite an accomplishment if they was able to do that the rest of the game.
They go to Bennett over the left side.
And the Poles got us again.
Bennett with a gain of about 5 on that play.
And number 58, Alan Richardson.
They're going to give him 4.
Second down, the ball at the 10-yard line of Jonathan Alder.
Kahn sets up.
Nothing doing there.
Big play right there, hitting the backfield.
Yeah. Is it possible that the Alder's defense have picked up?
I think they're going to start. I think the only choice they have, they're going to have to start blitzing more this half.
It's 3rd and 9 now. London leading 15-0 with 9:45 left in the 3rd quarter.
They didn't blitz very much in the first half, and they have no choice. They have to make something happen.
You know, I watched Kahn.
He's rolling out to throw, and he's going to be sacked. And how he held onto that ball, I have no idea.
Their defense has picked up some.
Well, he's got some strong hands. How did he hold on to that ball?
He held on to it, didn't he?
26-yard line of the Pioneers. 4th down.
And look, it's possible it could have put us out of field goal range. 4th and 22.
Halfback pass, and he threw it. I'm glad he caught that ball. With really no one to throw to, that was just as good as a punt.
It was an interception, but it was better than a punt because he caught the ball. Had he let it go, they'd have got the ball back at the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
So it looks good as far as interceptions, but it really wasn't the smartest play.
They should have let that ball hit the ground. That would have been a smart move if he had no return on it. They have the ball inside their own 5, and they haven't gotten the first down tonight.
I wasn't sure who they're throwing it to because I didn't see a red jersey anywhere near the ball.
Not even close.
Ball carrier number 8, Eddie Bullock. Brought down by number 13, Corey Bennett. Number 56, Cliff Williams. 2nd down.
Gain of 1 on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 9. And Alder refuses to abandon the run.
and don't have much choice in this position they're in right now.
No, they don't.
Ball carrier number 8.
They got a few yards on that play, but not enough for a first down.
They got, I think, picked up what, about 5 yards?
Number 56.
3 or 5 yards on that play. Not very many at all. It's
3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 now. So really only a gain of 2 on that play. You talk about a team in desperate need of a first down.
Yeah. That would be a bunch of momentum for them if they get a first down.
Ball carrier number 21, Roger Hayes.
He's close.
Brought down by number
Looks awful
54.
close.
Jeff Matheson.
No, he's
like a
not.
punting team's
No, he's
coming in.
not. I think we looked at the wrong. He's 5 yards short.
Mercy. You can't tell by that pole. 4th and 3.
Corey Bennett.
He only picked up 3 yards.
Number Jonathan Alder. Number 21, Roger Hayes.
I'd like to see a good return here. We haven't had a return tonight.
Bad snap. It's low.
Catch the ball.
We got a chance to return it here. They're fighting between them. He's trying to get to the wall. Good open field tackle right there with number 34. If he got by him, he had a shot, but the dude just
Yeah, he would
got
have.
that heel.
It was a situation as to he was going to catch field the ball, and I'm surprised one of them, the one that fielded the ball, the other one didn't run interference and block for him.
I tell you what, right now on paper, if you didn't look at the score, it looks like London's leading about 45-0.
Aaron Roberts up the middle. Looks like he went off tackle there for about 5 yards.
5 yards in a cloud of dust.
The old Woody Hayes play.
True Aaron Roberts style. And the Red Raiders, they really look like a team that's peaking at the right time. Sims jumped a little bit on that play.
That's going to cost us a couple yards.
Illegal procedure. London, 5 yards.
Adrian Terry lines up to the near side.
2nd and 10. Gain 5, lost 5.
Mike Harris, the ball carrier.
Harris runs into a wall of tackles there.
By number 58, Alan Richardson, number 99, Nate Lewis.
This older defense is playing better this half.
Alan Richardson's been on quite a few tackles tonight. And it's something Gene must have said to him at halftime because their defense has really picked up. London's having trouble getting the first downs now.
Yeah, they're stunting a lot more this half. Trying to cause some havoc in the London offense. And the flip out to Harris. He goes over the left side. He had a hole there for a minute, and they caught up with him.
Mike Harris, the ball carrier.
Picked up about 2 yards.
Brought down by number 26, Alan Clifton.
I want you to watch that quarterback, the way he comes out from under the center with the snap. He looks like he's in motion before he gets the ball.
The way he kicks his leg back out.
Yeah. It looks like it's awful close.
He has to be careful with that because if they do make the playoffs, the referees in the state won't hesitate to call that. London's still playing the position. They're going for the block right here. You ain't going to block Aaron Roberts. I think he just tried to squib that and kill it inside the 20.
He got it to about the 24.
Yeah. They want to play position ball right now.
74-yard line.
They want to play that position ball with the way their defense is playing.
Pioneers ball, first down 10.
How about them Buckeyes, man?
Oh, yeah.
They're looking good, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Finally giving Columbus something to cheer about.
Yeah.
They're looking to throw deep,
And
and
he's
he's
there.
wide open.
And he missed it? Or is he out of bounds? No,
He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, it is good. I mean, he was wide open. Nobody in the area. Looked like he could have won for a touchdown. We got a new team out there. John Alder come out the second half, fired up.
They're only down 15. They're 2 plays away, and they just got their first down of the game.
Well, they didn't win.
The whole thing's a pass play.
They didn't win 9 games for nothing.
That's true. There they go, back to the run. Nothing doing. Maybe gain of about 2 on the play.
Setting up this next pass play. You notice they throw it away from Kahn, too.
Second down.
I don't quite understand why they haven't tried to develop some type of pass play, because this Red Raider defense is really tough to run on. And they sucked the linebackers and the DBs up on that play, thinking they were going to do nothing else but run. Now they're trying to open it up, and they run it off the right side, close to another first down.
Don't count us out.
Got down by number 31, Pete Wilkie. Second down.
What kind of stats we got on Gilkey here? Gilkey's got like 22 solo tackles.
Big
5
play right
assists
here.
for a total of 27 tackles.
He's a big defensive player for London. Big defensive play right here.
Yeah, we got the London crowd back into it again.
They tried to bring London offside, and I think they jumped. That killed it. Illegal procedure against Alder.
They did not need that. It's Coach Jen. He's pretty shrewd. I went over to talk to him one day this past week, and guess what he was doing when I walked in the room?
What was that?
Watching one of our television films.
They faked the reverse. Nothing doing. Aaron Roberts is right there.
Is that the ball?
That was the bull.
Kind of missed Darby here because Darby went up on that one. Nobody was fooled on that play.
Nobody. John and Alder trying to use their trigger in their sleight of hand, but Aaron Roberts not going for it. They'll set the punt, and I would watch the fake definitely.
I feel this is going to happen.
And there's the fake. Nothing doing, and the Red Raiders will take over. I think everybody in the house seen that one coming.
And I think one of the reasons they run that fake play is because they kind of got a little more confidence in their defense now. So they felt maybe they didn't have that much to lose by giving London the ball on the 56-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, a
49.
A score right here could really put some nails in the coffin. They could just about put this game on ice.
Yeah, London needs to reestablish himself now.
Whoa! He almost...
He was trying to get through under.
He almost got away. If he would have got away from that tackler, he was gone.
Yeah.
There was nobody back there.
Second down.
Hell, they shut us down here for a while. We'll have to break something. See Terry setting up out wide.
I think they're going to try to open it back up. Fumble, snap, flag down the play, dead ball.
I don't understand that, but I still have a problem. He still looks like he's getting out of it too quick.
I think they just called him for it. They just called him for it.
London, 5 yards.
He's been doing it the whole game. It's so close that you can't really tell whether he's moving right on a snap or it looks like to me he's coming out there. I guess it's a timing thing. It looks like he's coming out there just before the ball.
He better do it just after or just before that, or right as the ball's moving, because if he doesn't, it is a legal procedure.
Got a little repair on the helmet here, I believe. Them old black and white uniforms, and that's some of the stuff that Newt Rockman and them used to play in.
Oh yeah, they look. It's back to the old school uniforms.
They ain't giving up nothing.
So now this defense is stepping up.
It looked like it did a little unnecessary roughness in there too.
Bennett's going to check in.
I see what Harris had just a little disagreement there where they were trying to jerking his head around, trying to bulldog him. We're under 20 seconds now in the third quarter. London's still leading 15-0.
And he's looking for Aaron Roberts. He's out there in the open field. He's straight on for a man and gets the first down. What a play!
That was set up pretty. That was pretty. I don't think they expected Aaron Roberts to catch a pass.
He is an excellent receiver out of the backfield, as he's shown all year long. And you see that open field running
Wide
ability?
open, yeah.
Little straight arm, kept on going there,
Went
got the
through
first
like
down.
Pete Johnson.
And here we go.
Into the third quarter now, and London's up 15-0. With the ball, 1st and 10. On what yard line?
I've never seen this team this pumped.
Yeah, I see we got a TV station. It's a possibility it might be being televised on the Chillicothe station.
At this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank my crew for the 5 games this year. Same crew for the last 4 years.
Yeah, this is a big game, this game here.
Mike McCann.
It's a huge one, and here we come with the throwing of the footballs. I wonder if they can reach me.
We got a helicopter flying over now.
Thanks to all of you. It's been fun.
You can't pick them up, can you, Carl?
Ron Bennett and to Jim Gallagher.
Can you pick up the copter?
I'm sure that you and Mrs. Payne and Mr. Price will do
Are they-
a great job for Dr. Brody
Are they in view of the copter? Can you pick it up?
and the London High School
Oh, okay.
staff. Thanks to all of you.
Well, see, this is a big game in the media because, like, this game here decides whether London gets to share the championship. Plus, very well could be, could be our lead to the playoff.
And the copter is coming over top, and the crowd goes crazy.
Oh, the bull went on through like he owned the place.
The left side gained 5 yards on the play.
Aaron Roberts. Yeah, it's big time. I believe Channel 4 copter just landed out here. Carl, if they do land, if you get a shot of them, do it. If they land, if you get a shot of them, do it.
The helicopter has landed.
Okay.
Back to the game.
Roberts up the middle.
He's going to be just shy of the first
He's kind of
down.
going through there straight up that time.
Brought down by Alan Clifton and Roger Heading. 3rd down.
Here they go. For the first time tonight, London has 2 men split to the near side.
Things are picking up here. Fans are driving the meters.
Harris in the tailback. They go their hands over the right side. He's fighting for the first down. He did not get it. He lost about 2 yards on the play.
Brought down by number 4, Eli Bryant.
I've been watching him the whole game, and it does look like he pulls out. He doesn't look like he has the ball when he's pulling out. He's reaching and stepping back all the same time.
I think that's something the coaches are going to have to look at if London does make the playoffs, because that could be very detrimental, and a lot of referees will pick up on that and call it every time he does it. 4th and 4 on the play. They flip it out to Harris. They're trying to string it out, and he did not get it.
Brought down by number 26, Alan Clifton.
London turns the ball over on a 4th and 3.
Short of the first down, the ball goes over to the Pioneers. First down and 10. Jonathan Alder. Stop the ball at the...
John Alder has kind of quickened to the occasion so far. Their defense has kind of shut us down. Except for that one long bomb pass we threw. London's been kind of quiet on offense this second half.
Alder has taken more snaps from Center in the last 15 minutes, and they've taken the whole game. Right back up, nothing doing.
Stand him up. Woo!
Brought down by number 45, Aaron Roberts.
Aaron Roberts, he's one of the leading tacklers on this team with 38 solo tackles and 14 assists, giving him a total of 52 tackles. So you can just about look for him being on just the biggest part of tackles. You're going to see him around the ball.
This Alder team has rushed for almost 3,000 yards as a team. And I'll tell you what, I think that total went down a little bit tonight because their total offense is it's way down. I say at best they have 50 yards total offense. You exclude that, if you exclude the pass play, maybe less than that.
I think they've only had about 2 or 3 first downs if they've had that many.
Yeah, if that many.
And that one of them was on a long bomb pass play, which I was shocked that when the boy caught the ball, he looked like he was so wide open, looked like he could have went on in, for a touchdown.
Yeah, he kind of had to stop and wait for it. And then look at the ball! And whoa!
Savage, he don't know where they come from.
There was a
hope he knows where he's at. And it's getting fierce out there.
Yes, it is. And I mean now it's 3rd down in a month.
3rd and 26. Just a little bit over 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. London's still up 15-zip. Wait a minute. 4th quarter. I lost a quarter somewhere. We can't see the clock that well from here, so.
They're looking to throw deep, and Khan's out there. Throws the receiver, and it's out of bounds.
Khan played about well as it could be played. I think what they did on that situation, they set up a kid that was pretty tall. If the pass had been on the money, he'd had a good chance of going up and getting it. But with Sean there, Sean would have doubled him up.
So close to the sideline, he still would have been probably shy of the first down. 4th down. I don't see him running a fake here.
No. I got a feeling they won't fake.
London's coming. The ball bounces to him. London sends back no return.
I guess it's okay. London was set up for try to block the punt. I think I still had one man back.
Red Raider, 36.5-yard line. 48-yard punt for Roger Headings.
London would like a score right here to go ahead and put this game away. They score one more time, it's over. It's a done deal.
Got a timeout here. I believe London has called timeout. Coach Stoudemire makes his way on the field to try to pump these boys up and give them some instructions to do something, some of the things they've done in the first half.
It's a big crowd. Be patient. Take advice of the London Police Department. Drive carefully. Drive safely.
The cheerleaders really getting into this game tonight. They're getting the crowd pumped up.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Carl get a shot at cheerleaders. They work so hard to keep these teams pumped up. And I tell you, it's quite a job to get out there and scream your guts out and try to get people all fired up.
And it's cold.
And it is cold. At least they're wearing leggings or some kind of pants. Yeah, Stoudemire's into it.
Stoudemire is fired up. Full house backfield. They go to Roberts.
He was turned around
Yes, he
About
was.
2 yards into the line.
Brought down by Roger Headings.
I hear the war drums down the way.
Well, pretty much right here, Alder they have to come up with something big defensively. This is Alder's last stand right here. Here, they do something right here, it's all over. And here they come with Harris over the right side, over the left side. He turns the corner, and he fights for a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Brought down by number 65, Joel Keller.
Yeah, this defense, Alder, I can't say enough about them this second half. They just kind of rose to the occasion.
They did.
It's possible it might be a little too late, but
Yeah.
they are showing a little bit of what they were made of all season.
They spent a lot of time on the field tonight.
Yeah, they have spent a lot of time on the field. But like I say, they didn't go 9-0 from just being out on the field, so it ain't over yet. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. I don't see the fat lady nowhere.
She's warming up though, unless they don't do something here. We got a procedure call against London right here. I do believe.
I wish they would tell us who that procedure call was on.
Illegal procedure. London, 5 yards.
Third down and 8 now. Trap play right back up the middle, and he's who's that? Harris squirts through there.
Brought down by number 65, Joel Keller.
Yeah, we got Channel 4 here. It's time for London to break something so we can get something pretty on what they call that, football patrol.
Well, that's what you call a sky cam right there.
Aaron Roberts.
Yeah, I'd say it was.
Roger Headings.
Aaron Roberts back to punt, and this Headings is back to return, and you got to watch him. He is dangerous. Illegal procedure against London. They were not set. They're waving the flag off, and they just spoiled the play. I do believe it was. That was a little trickery there.
Kind of blew that play, didn't it?
Yeah, they did. London's going to go back and regroup.
Yeah, they're going to call another huddle.
Now they might go ahead and punt it, but they blew the play. That looked like a little bit of trickery, and the men were not set, but they called men in motion, but they wasn't set, so they were allowed to be in motion.
A little draw play here might work.
Roberts is kicking it this time. Angles it out of bounds, and it's taking the London roll. Sweet.
There it is.
There it is. It's going to die at about the 26-yard line.
We're under 5 minutes with London leading 15-0. Alder's ball, 1st and 10.
4:56 to play. 4th and final quarter.
Red Raiders, if they can keep doing it, can defensively sustain what they've been doing. For all intents and purposes, this is over. They're going to have to throw the ball and open it up. They get a pass out right there, but the defense is right there. And they're keeping the clock moving. He kept him in bounds.
Yeah, that was good defensive play there. Because I saw him go down. Pete Grokey went down on his knee, but he was still able to contain the ball carrier and pass receiver and bring him down. And keep him in the field of play to keep the clock running.
That's right. Plus, Alder is not just fighting the Red Raiders now, they're fighting Father Time. And they're looking to throw again, and he's going to be sacked.
Number 22, Jason Ferguson. Brought down by number 54, Jeff Matheson. 3rd down.
Seems like Ferguson's been in Johnson Alder for a long time.
looking to pass. Too far. Oh,
unnecessary. Yeah, I don't think that was necessary, but best thing for us to do is just look over it and keep concentrating on what we're doing and keep doing it right. 4th and 9 for Jonathan Alder. 3:31 left in the 4th quarter.
Throw down.
They're looking to throw again. Wide open, boom, boom! What a hit!
Yeah, no, they're calling incomplete pass. That was that hit, wasn't it? I think they're calling incomplete pass. Woo! It was a hit, though. They cracked him like he meant business.
Bennett knocked him.
There it is.
There it is. Bennett knocked him into the middle of next week.
Incomplete pass. He hit him perfect. As soon as that ball hit his chest, bam. Bam-a-lam.
Bennett set him up for that when he saw it all the way. And London takes over. And I'm sure they want one more score for this ball game ends.
Yeah, you got that right.
And it's going to Harris. He takes it over the right side.
They're not giving up anything. I had a friend of mine, Bill Markley. He told me that we should beat them by 3 touchdowns.
Well, he's close.
And he's pretty close.
Marker on the play.
Of course, he's a traitor. He took his residence to West Jeff, and he's got his son playing for the West Jeff team, so he's a traitor to London now.
Well, he gets London.
Talking about Bill Markley.
Big march off right there.
Well, we're playing for a share of the crown, so far, boy, I'm looking out on the highway. There's cars parked across the road. We got more people here than you realize.
Big step off right there on the play. They give it to Harris, short gain.
They ain't giving us nothing. It's hard to believe a team can shut you down that well after you ran over them so bad like that in the first half.
They pushed them around the first half. I give the Red Raiders this. As far as games go, and they've blown out a lot of teams this year, and they're only up 15-0 now. But as far as a full game from beginning to end, this is one of the best game they've played this season.
I believe it is too.
Mike Harris, the ball carrier, brought down by number 65, Joel Cutler, a penalty marker on the play.
Holding London.
Yeah, we got under 3 minutes now.
London's
in the ball game. London's still up.
They're moving
Managed to hold on to the ball. 2nd and 19. Might be more than that.
Oh, yes. 2nd and about 29 now.
It was against London, holding.
You're right, 2nd and 29. London's got to pull off the big play here.
I think they're going to get too fancy here.
Mike Harris, the ball carrier.
I think they pretty much got enough faith in that defense that they're not going to score 15 points real quick on them.
I sure hope they won't.
It's time to remind everybody that tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock to 12, LABC has their Kiwi basketball signups at City Hall. 10 to 12, 4th grade through 8.
This team has overcome a lot of adversity. Brand new quarterback tonight. Everything going on. He's throwing some nice passes. Defense has played great. And I'll tell you what, if you had to pick a player of the game, the whole team.
Ooh, I was going to say, who would you pick? Because everybody's rose to the occasion.
You really couldn't single out one person. Sean Kahn stepping in at quarterback, and the whole team seemed to huddle around him, and they stepped up each facet of their game from the special teams. Every facet has stepped up tonight, and they played a solid game.
And the old cliche just basically holds true to the fact that, like I was saying, jump on them early, jump on them quick, and usually you've got the advantage. You get to hold on to it like that. So London was able to jump up on a 15-point lead, and it stands.
They're going with that halfback pass. They're looking. He had Lester open for a minute. Pass was kind of short.
Intended for number 33, Fred Lester. Broken up by number 26, Alan Clifton.
And the punt team
down.
Comes into the ball.
Fourth down and 27. Leonard's getting ready to do one there. How many punts they had today? About 3?
Yeah, about 3 or 4. Most of them coming in the second half.
Yeah.
High snap. Good kick.
He only takes a half a step when he kicked that ball.
Aaron Roberts.
London roll.
How you going to block a punt when the man don't... He looked like he just pivoted on one foot there.
Tell you what, Aaron Roberts is so big, and his punting average is one of the tops in the air. He's punting like a 41 yards.
There we are, folks. 15-0. 1st and 10 for Alder. 1:50 left in the game. I think London can safely say we got a share of the crown. Hopefully the computer points come out and put us in the playoff.
It's tipped up. Oh! Bennett was near that one. If he picked it off, it was intercepted.
I heard one of the fans down there, that was my son that done that. Woo!
This Red Raider defense is awesome.
It looks like London's program is getting back up to where it used to be.
Ferguson's pass intended for number 1.
See, a lot of people these younger set don't know that this used to be the type of football London played all the time. Up until about the 1982-83 era, through the 80s, London was always like competitive like this, and usually in the top 2 in their leagues.
I'll tell you what, the way they're playing, they look like the team of the 90s. They're young.
We had a team.
They just ran over the top of the quarterback.
It's a matter of now just getting it over with. And believe it or not, we had a team a few years back that missed the playoffs because of computer points that I really believe was actually better than this team or last year.
And they're asking for the crowd to get on their feet, and the crowd is responding. We're down under 1 minute to play here, and this one is all over.
That looked like it should have been a forward pass, but they're going to rule it incomplete. Well, I guess London's got a chance to score.
They take over right here.
I think I would be rubbing it in. We ain't got nothing to gain by scoring.
Nobody's claimed the money yet.
I believe I would run the clock out. We've already been accused this year of running the score up on people. Of course, I know these boys want to score. We got 3 teams now. It'll be 8-1 if Jeff, I'm sure Jeff probably win tonight.
Harris over the right side, cuts it up. He stays inbound.
Under 40 seconds left in the game.
Now basically all London's doing, they're going to sit and wait and see where the chips fall. And I do believe, hey, they're getting ready to dump Dale while they're on the coach.
They're getting ready to do double, Marianne.
They're getting ready.
They got the bucket. And he's
ready. Oh, they got him. And he's pumped. And Con sits on the ball. It's all over.
It's all over.
The Red Raiders win it. They won a share of the title.
And hopefully they got a chance to go to the finals, to the state. See a lot of fans running on the field. I hope we don't have any problem with that. So it's been one great game for London. Once again, I'm happy to be here with Martin Luther King. I believe this might be our last game together this year, Martin. I really enjoyed working with you.
I've really enjoyed myself, and this was a very exciting ball game. And my hat's off to our whole Red Raider team, the coaching staff. They've done a tremendous job this year.
Yeah. So this is Gary McNeil.
This is Martin King.
And we're saying good night once again.
See ya.
Hello, I'm George Ford. Welcome to the London Red Raider Review with head coach Dave Daubermeyer. One of his assistant coaches tonight is Coach Emmett. Coach, one of the first questions, man, I know everybody wants to know that you predicted if you be 9-1, you'd get into the playoff. So therefore, you know, would you please tell these people that a lot of them thought you was kind of going ahead of yourself. When you lost to West Jeff, they thought there wasn't no hope for playoff. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people backed up on that now. They're thinking, well, maybe Coach knew what he was talking about. So therefore, you saw something that everybody else couldn't see. So
well, George, I keep, excuse me, got a little bit of laryngitis tonight. We keep a running total every week of our opponents, other people in our region, people who are close to us. And once you figure out how that computer system works, mm-hmm. It's pretty easy to figure out where you stand. And after we got beat by West Jefferson about a month ago now, wasn't it, Coach? I went back that night and figured out where we were, and I was very surprised to find at that point that everybody else on our schedule had done pretty well. We didn't lose a whole lot of points, and by calculating out down the season, I knew everybody's schedules and who they played and everything. I could pretty much tell you within 2 or 3 points where we were going to end up. And I calculated out, George, what I called a worst case scenario for London, where just a couple people on our schedule would win, everybody else would lose, and took everybody else's schedule and made out a best case scenario. Did that for Graham, Tip City, Mount Gilead, Greenfield, McLean. I did it for about 8 different schools. And every time that I did that, George, we came out within 2 points of being in the playoffs. So I knew that it couldn't be absolutely a worst case scenario for us.
Yeah.
Certainly somebody on our schedule was going to win, and certainly somebody on somebody else's schedule was going to lose. We came home Friday night after having beat Jonathan Alder. We sat down and began to watch the scores on TV. And there were 2 scores that came across the TV that assured me that we were in. That was the fact that Marion Pleasant beat Buckeye Valley, which took points away from Mount Gilead. Mm-hmm. And Hillsboro beat New Richmond, which took points away from Greenfield McLean. We ended up getting in there by about 4.5 points, which is 4 points more than we made it last year. So we've been saying all along, we made it last year at 8-2. We got to make it this year at 9-1. So we're in it, and we're tickled to be there.
You know, Coach, the game Friday night, I think that the guys played one of the best games they've played all year. They had a lot riding on this one game. But, you know, if you would just tell the fans that you were looking past just being BAC champs, mm-hmm. but you were looking to going on to the state playoff. And so a lot of people think, well, you know, here we go again. Mm-hmm. You know, well, we're going to be champs, but is he really going to make it? Point-wise, because of the loss to West Jeff. So,
George, is a real fine line between somebody who is confident to the point of being ridiculous and somebody who's full of faith. And I think I'm a guy that's full of faith, and I just believe.
I believe that.
I believe that we were going to do that. I just knew what kind of football team we had. I knew how hard our kids had worked. And when we went in to play that game Friday night against West Jefferson, we had a lot of different, against Jonathan Alder. We had a lot of different things that we felt were at stake. Number one, we knew that we could win the Buckeye Athletic Conference. Mm-hmm. Second thing, we believed that we had the opportunity to be 9-1. We believed we had the opportunity to make it into the state playoffs again. And we hadn't been in there, and we were in there last year, and it certainly had been one of our goals all year long. And so as we lined up for that football game, we felt that we had a lot to be playing for, you know. And Coach Emmett did a great job, he and the staff, with preparing our kids You know, a lot of people, I'm sure, are aware of the fact that we played the football game without our #1 quarterback, and had sophomore Sean Conn step in and do a great job. Not all adversity we had to overcome this week, George. But we had committed going into that game that we were going to turn it over to our defense and allow our defense to win the game for us. And we jumped ahead, scored the first touchdown. I believe that the game will either be on before this or be on directly after the show. First touchdown we scored put us ahead 6-0, and I really think that put a lot of confidence in our kids because we didn't think that they were going to be able to score a whole lot on us. Then we got another touchdown later on, kicked a field goal, 15-0 at halftime. From an offensive standpoint, we kind of buttoned it up a little bit and said we're not going to make mistakes to beat us. I was a little concerned about them, George, because they've been a miracle team all year long. Paul Jennings done a great job with that football team. They've kept it close in every ball game, and late in the game, they found some way to win. And so I was a little nervous, even with 3 minutes left. I'm thinking, man, this has kind of been a team of destiny here. We do not want to do something stupid to give them the ball back, have an opportunity to get a big play, something freak happen. We played a little bit close to the vest as we went down the stretch because the real goal of the game was obviously to win it.
Well, Coach, you know, one of the things that I know a lot of the fans are concerned about and was talking about, at the last minute, everybody finds out that Jason Artis would not be able to play this football game. So therefore, what you had to do, you had a sophomore to step up that hadn't played very much varsity ball at all to take over. So how'd you, prepare the young men to say, hey, Sean Conn is stepping in, he's going to do the job, Jason can't do it. How did the guys react? Well,
I thought Aaron Roberts, one of our captains, had a great statement he made that was quoted in the dispatch, is that we're a family and we're a system. And when somebody goes down, I don't care who that player is or how good he is, there has to be someone step up and be ready to play. We found out about the situation with Sean and Jason on Wednesday. We had a whole day practice on Wednesday and a whole day's practice on Thursday to prepare for it. Our kids were very confident in Sean. George, he had not played a lot of quarterback, but he had started really 9 games in secondary. It's not like he was some rookie coming off the bench totally cold. He'd been in the heat of the battle. And having watched Sean Conn perform over the last few years, we knew what kind of competitor he was. We knew that he would do what needed to be done when he got out there. Something that wasn't a paper and has really kind of caused a little bit of controversy around town was a statement that Jason's eligibility might be reinstated this week. That was, I don't know whether that was a misunderstanding between the reporter and myself or whatever. Jason Artis will not be eligible for football the rest of this year. What we were hoping to do is to, down the road, if Jason has makeup work, I don't even know what the situation would be. We would like to get him eligible for basketball season, George, so that his whole winter doesn't go to potch, that he can get out and get himself in shape and stay with that kind of stuff. But as far as people thinking that maybe he'll be back to play football for us the rest of this year, no, that's just not the case. It's not the way the system works. And for us to do that would certainly look like we're showing favoritism. First of all, we can't do it. But it would look like we're showing favoritism over one kid over another. That's a situation that he's in, and he's just got to live with it.
Well, Coach, I tell you, man, I just know, and I'm going to say it like a lot of the fans, man, it was an excellent game. I've seen the Red Raiders play all year long, and I think this is one of the best games that I've seen them play.
I believe it may not have been the best game we played, but we played with a great deal of spirit, a great deal of heart, a great deal of togetherness, George. And that's the thing that I think makes me proud as a coach is we as a coaching staff have been telling these kids after that West Jeff, we've been telling them all year, but especially after we got beat by West Jeff, guys, now's the time to pull together. Now's the time that we got to buckle it up, and we say tighten your belt and earn your meal money. There's a lot of football left to be played. If we go 9-1, it's a great season. We believe we're going to get the playoffs. Here we are getting set, ready to play Germantown Valley View at Welcome Stadium Saturday night down on the AstroTurf, and our kids are real excited about it. George, we were there last year. Little Miami beat us 26-20 in the last 2 minutes of that game. The next week, Little Miami went down and played Germantown Valley View, and Little Miami lost in the last minute of that football game. So we know when we go out there Saturday night, we're not overmatched. We know we can play with them, and we're real excited about the chance.
That's good. Well, Coach, anyway, we're going to talk to some of your players that you brought in tonight and let you introduce them, and then your assistant coach, Coach Emmett, you let it talk to him a little bit tonight.
Well, I've teased. Let's introduce the players first of all. We have a couple of returnees with us tonight. First one is Corey Bennett. Actually, tonight I asked, I was going to try to bring in all of our all-league football players. Some of them had some things they had to do with homework and that kind of stuff, and had to get some shoes. So we weren't able to bring them all in. First one we were able to bring in is Corey Bennett, who was selected All-Buck Athletic Conference safety the other night at our league meeting, so we'll talk to Corey a little bit. And beside him is Cliff Williams, who was selected for the second year in a row All-Buck Athletic Conference offensive tackle. So we'll talk to, these two guys tonight. And then my right-hand man over here beside me is our defensive coordinator, Norm Emmett. Kind of kidding Norm, because I used to have to tell him, George, hey, Norm, you get us a shutout, I'll get you on a TV show. And we got a shutout the other night, and he's on the TV show. And really, this is, what we have 4 of them this year, didn't we, Coach? In fact, there were 7 different games we played this year where nobody scored on our #1 defense.
All right.
Anybody comes and watches us play knows that that's the hallmark of our football team this year has been our defense. And we'll talk to Coach Emmons a little bit about that tonight, how we got him to that point. Coach, I think it was a remarkable defensive effort the other night against Jonathan Alder. We held them to minus 22 yards rushing on 28 carries. This is a football team that really the week before had rushed for about almost, I believe, 250, 300 yards against West Jefferson. And I wonder if maybe you could explain to the fans a little bit what our schemes were, how it was that we were able to do that.
Well, I think the first thing I'd like to do is congratulate Coach Jenny on a fine season. He's done a great job up there. He was a fine quarterback in high school, and I was head coach at Fredericktown, and we used to do battle. And he's done a great job up there, and Coach Blackstone, who I'm familiar with, and they've done a good job. I think the key to us doing so well Friday night was execution of a great game plan put together by our coaching staff. And I think sometimes when you run against the wing T, sometimes a lot of teams will sit there and get lost in the shuffle and really maybe read too much and really get lost. And what we decided to do is when that ball was snapped, we were coming at Jonathan Alder. And I believe every down during that game, we just put our ears back and came at him. And defensively, the entire football team, they were disciplined enough to take care of their responsibility, and they played with tremendous emotion and hitting, and it was just a great defensive package put together, and then execution by guys that just put together a lot of emotion.
You know, Coach, in the 5 years, really the 4 years you and I have been together, that our defense has really taken an unbelievable transformation to the point where we used to win. I remember going up to Dublin and winning 26-22, and remember going up to Marysville that 1990. We won the championship. We beat them, I believe it was 35-19. We always outscored guys. I call it fast break football. You know, we score, they score, whoever scores last wins. But things have really changed. And I wonder with you as a defensive coordinator, maybe you could talk a little bit about that transformation. What's really taken place?
Well, I think a couple of things. Number one, Coach Byron, Coach Wilson, and our other coaches, Coach Collier, have developed a defensive mentality down at the reserve level. I know this year they shut out 7 opponents. The year before they were undefeated, they shut out 5 or 6. So by the time the younger guys are coming and mixing with the older guys, they already have a tremendous defensive mentality that, hey, nobody's going to score on us. I think another thing that you've preached for the last 4 years is you were sick and tired of people after we score to take the ball and run it down the field on us and score and back and forth and that. And I know you've preached that over the last couple of years. But I think it's becoming a mentality. We went into that game Friday night, and I had just mentioned that we hadn't been scored upon down at our home field, and you know, a couple of guys said, "Hey, man, Coach, you're right," and we want to keep that going. So I think our reserve team through Coach Byard, Coach Collier, Coach Wilson, our freshman team had 6 shutouts this year. I believe they were 9-0. That whole mentality is all mental, that you're going to play good defensive football, and I think it's been really developing over the last few years.
I would say it certainly has. You know, Friday night, Coach, kind of a humorous sidelight is after the game, after we beat Jonathan Alder, you and Coach Collier went in and changed clothes and went over and jumped in the old creek. Well, Channel 4, by the way, was there. They took film of that, but something happened with their camera. I don't know if people saw our clip on TV or not, but they used Carl King's film to actually show London highlights, which I thought, tip of the hat to Carl, that he made the big time, I guess. But Coach, maybe you can explain to everybody why you changed clothes and went and jumped in the old creek.
You know, I think a few of us made a commitment to that earlier on in the season and never got done. And I just remember that we had made that commitment, and I had said earlier that I was going to go in you know, you've always said to me, you got to be a man of your word in that, and there was no way I wasn't going into that creek. And Coach Collier, of course, jumped in with me, and it was great. You know, I got a great feeling for London High School and London High School football, the town, the city. Even though I don't live in London, I just really appreciate the people here, and I mean, it was great. That's why maybe I'm coughing a little bit tonight, but I'll make it through. I'll be there.
You know, Coach, that's one of the great things I think about coaching is it really enables you to sometimes still be a kid. You know, I can't think of many jobs, George, where it's okay for you to, after you're through working, to go jump in the creek, you know?
Isn't that the truth?
But the fact that you're working with a bunch of kids and they like to see your enthusiasm and your commitment, I thought was a great thing for you to do, Coach. Glad you didn't catch pneumonia, because we knew we had a big week this week. By the way, George, I considered going in the creek as well, but I sustained almost a season-ending injury in our celebration after the game. I sprained an ankle, and I think I was probably the most seriously hurt athlete in that ball game that night.
I was checking out the rivers behind Welcome Stadium. I don't know.
So you're going to still think about that?
Yeah, we're checking the rivers everywhere we go. Why don't we talk to the young kids a little bit, and then we'll come back, Coach, and we'll talk about Valley View a little bit. Okay. Maybe some things we plan to do with them. Let's talk to Corey Bennett. And Corey, I'm telling you, buddy, it's been my real pleasure to coach you in two football seasons, 2 baseball seasons. And I don't know if I've ever seen you, Corey, play as hard and with as much emotion as I saw you play Friday night against Jonathan Alder. I wonder if maybe you can talk a little bit about that, what you attributed that to.
Well, it was the seniors' last game at home, and if we lost, we wouldn't go to the playoffs. And we said in the locker room that the underclassmen have to do it for the seniors so they can keep on playing and play with the same group until we lose or if we win the state.
We did a lot of different things with Corey Friday night, Coach. He's a safety. Safeties usually cover the pass, but we had some pretty good tendencies we felt on Jonathan Alder. We did a lot of blitzing with Corey from his free safety position and really raised a lot of havoc. We call Corey our Mr. Everything. And he returns punts, he returns kickoffs, plays safety, runs tailbacks, back quarterback, been a guard, be a linebacker. He does just about anything we ever ask him to do. Corey, I wonder, you know, all those different things we ask you to do you ever find it a little bit mentally draining to have to, you know, you just made a play defensively, now you got to go back and return a punt, and then you got to go back in and be tailback. Does that get to be a drag after a while?
No, whatever you ask me to do, I'll do. And I mean, I like doing whatever I do, and I'll do what you want me to do. So.
The kind of guy he is,
That's the kind of guy he is. That's right. And that is so true.
Corey, we had the opportunity today to get really our first look at Valley View on film. And we're talking about a football team, George. It's averaged about 48 points a game. They've given up a little bit under 6 a game. They've won their last 20-some regular season football games. They were 12-0 last year, 10-0 this year. Corey, I just wonder, kind of what was your initial reaction to looking at the Spartans on film?
They're not as big as us. They got some speed. They got 2 good flankers that got some speed. I feel we're more stronger. I feel we could beat them.
I think physically, as Corey said, we are a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger than what they are. Corey, you've been through the playoffs before last year. Maybe not as a bigger role as what you play now. Just wonder what you see the team's attitude is, or maybe even your attitude, Corey. Making it this year as opposed to making it last year for the first time. Do you see any difference?
Yeah, last year we was just glad we was in it. And this year we're glad that we're in it. We want to win it. And we're focused more. Last year we wasn't focused. You know, we was just happy that we was in it. Now we're happy that we're in it and we're going to win it.
We're too busy going around getting everybody high fives and all that kind of stuff last year that we were in it, you know?
Yeah.
This year has really been one of our goals all year long to get in. In fact, we talked about that, but we talked about playing on the turf, didn't we, Coach?
That's right.
And Coach Emmons made a good point last night. It's one thing to play on the turf, but you can lose on the turf too. So you got to be focused on what it is that you have to do. How you feel about playing on turf, Corey? You ever been on it?
Yeah, I played baseball at Keeper Stadium, and I like playing on. I mean, I never played on football. We'll see how it goes.
We have the opportunity this week, George, Tuesday night, and we get to go down to Dayton, down on the stadium, practice from 6 to 8 down there on the AstroTurf so that our kids can become somewhat acclimated to it. And then on Wednesday evening, we're going to go over and practice at Ohio State University on their AstroTurf over there. We're still working for maybe an opportunity to do it on Thursday as well to help our kids get as used to that surface as what you possibly can, because people don't realize it. When you walk out on there, it really is different, you know. And And a lot of times you can drag your toes and trip and all that kind of stuff. So we look forward to that opportunity. Corey, just kind of wondered if maybe you can explain to everybody or express a little bit, last question, what this football season has meant to you. You know, it's not over yet, and we have the hopes of playing 4 more football games. What are some of the things you've learned, or some things about this season you've appreciated?
I learned that we're like a family. You know, we're real close, and if somebody makes a mistake, we're always there to help them. We don't cut them down or nothing. That's good. And I like about the captains on this team. They're leaders. I mean, they tell you what to do, and they're good role models.
What was your last? I said last question, but I just thought of another one. What was your reaction last Wednesday when you heard that we were going to have to change quarterbacks? How do you think you took it, and how do you think the team reacted?
I took it. I mean, yeah, Art's a good quarterback, but we knew Sean could play quarterback too because he played some in JV and he did pretty good. And I wasn't worried that I knew Sean could step up and make good plays like he did. And the team reacted real good, and they knew Sean could do it too. And Sean did a good job.
I think probably more than anything, George, is our team wasn't so worried as they were upset for Jason, because they knew how hard Jason had worked to get that opportunity to play in that big game. And if there was anything, I think we felt bad for him. It took a while for us to get over that, but those who saw Sean Conn play Friday night know that he did a great job.
Yes, he did.
Corey, you've given us a great year, buddy, and the most exciting thing about Corey is he's only a junior. He'll be back for us.
He's a junior?
He's a junior.
Can we get him back on the line next year?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, can you get him back on the line?
No, I think he's seen his last. Corey used to be number 57, play guard. I think he's seen his last 50 number. But,
you know, I was getting ready to ask him, Coach, out there and say, man, you know, you plan on going to college this year? And, I mean, this year coming up, you know, and all once you tell me he's a junior, I'm thinking all this time he's a senior.
No, in fact,
I'm going to welcome him back real quick.
We only have, really on our football team, I think we have 9 seniors, don't we, Coach? We have 24 juniors. So we're playing with a football team who really should be a year away, but we think we're pretty good as it is right now. Corey, we appreciate you being with us, and let's have a great effort Friday. Next with us is Cliff Williams. Cliff, I think, Coach, has probably been about as dominant a football player on both sides of the ball as we've had here at London in quite a while. Cliff, you know, I got to see a rare glimpse of you Thursday and Friday night. Cliff is not a very emotional guy, George, but I'm telling you, Thursday and Friday night, there was some emotion that came out of Cliff Williams that I believe ignited the whole football team. I just wonder, Cliff, what was it about that game that meant something special to you?
Well, I knew that if I show any emotion to the other players and tell them that I have emotion, I can show it too. Then they were like, going to say, well, Cliff, you got to show some emotion. So I just showed it and came up with the best.
It's a great motivating tool, you know, George. He really got some of those kids that also saw a different side of Cliff and realized how much it did in fact matter to him. One of the things that Cliff shared with our football team on Thursday night was how much it had meant to him last year. Well, Cliff, rather than me say it, I'm going to have you say it. Why don't you tell a little bit about your experience last year making it into the playoffs and how that was a motivating factor for you this year?
Well, I know we played on like Xenia, and I knew all that snow and everything was great, and all those people and fans and everything were cheering us on, and the coaches were cheering us on. So I knew we weren't going to go there and like lose another game, or this game Friday, lose that one. I think we are. I hope we're not. But pretty much, I just knew that it was a big game, and I like playing in big games, and we do well in big games. So.
He shared with the team, George, about coming out of the locker room and looking out on the field, and seeing the huge crowd and the snowflakes falling, and how much he wanted to get back and do it again. It was an inspiring moment to me too, because I remember that too, didn't you, Coach?
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't like we just want to get back there, buddy. We want to get back there because now we know what it's all about. We did something that we're kind of proud of, and is that during this last week, we're not going to really say where, but Cliff has been tendered his first scholarship offer at a Division I school. And of course, Cliff doesn't have to take that, but has the opportunity to be able to do that if he wants to. And Cliff, I just wonder if going to college and playing college football, Division I football, if that's been a dream for you, or is it something that's, you know, almost been not real to you and now it's beginning to happen?
Well, I'd say it's been both a dream to me. That I know that one day I would be able to play college ball if I keep my grades up and work hard in football, like in high school. You know, it's like keeps me going. I know I'm getting college. That's been like a role model for me, and I can get up there. So
I think that a lot of times people miss the point, George, or don't understand that, they start talking about academics and athletics, and we put too much emphasis on athletics and that kind of stuff. Here's a young man who really, if it were not for athletics, would probably not have the opportunity to be able to go into college. And now there are so many doors that are going to be open to him. Now it's going to be up to Cliff. Is he going to go to college and make the most of that situation to better his life, or will he not? That will be his choice. But at least now he has that option, George, where he did not have that opportunity before. And I know that Coach Emmett is real close to Cliff. We're just so excited because we know how the world's going to open up to the young man and some of the things that he's going to do. Talk a little bit, if you will, Cliff, about the team's frame of mind going into this week with Valley View.
Well, I know we've seen them a lot on film. They're fast, and their players are pretty much like ours, but we're a little bit bigger, like Corey said. But I think we're stronger up front, and they pass you with a pass and shoot or whatever.
Run and shoot.
Yeah, run
Chuck
and
and duck, Coach. You like to say.
But I think we can defend the pass, and I have faith in our DBs that they're going to pick some passes off and make touchdowns.
We were lining up tonight, George, going across our defense, and we're always on Mondays we go out and we talk about our defensive game plan. And as I was standing back, Coach Booth came up to me and just started pointing, and I looked across our defensive front. And at left outside linebacker, we have Adrian Terry, who was first team All-League. Lined up beside Adrian was Cliff Williams, who was first team All-League. Beside Cliff Williams was Jeff Matthews, who was first team All-League. Beside him was Clay Miller, who was first team All-League. Beside Clay Miller was John Wilson, who was second team All-League, backed up by Scott Sims and Aaron Roberts, both first team All-League. And I said to Coach Emmett after practice, if those guys beat us with those guys out there, then they're the better team.
Yeah.
But we know when we walk out there that we've got ourselves a great opportunity and
win that thing this year.
To win that thing this year. That's exactly right.
Yes.
We don't have a lot of seniors, but the ones we have are great quality football players. And we know what kind of efforts they're going to give us.
Motivate the rest of the team.
That's right. That's what leadership's all about, is getting others to do things. Cliff, just kind of wonder, how do you anticipate this week going? Are the guys going to be excited about practicing on the turf and playing on the turf and a bonfire on Friday and all that stuff? Or is that going to be a distraction?
No, I think it's going to be helpful for us that we know we got some recognition now, and that we're going to be pumped up and everything. We know we're going to play on our turf and we're in some win, I guess.
We're real excited about our football program, George, and we've talked a little bit. We kind of feel, poor us, I guess. But we really feel we've been kind of an underappreciated team.
Yeah.
We're 9-1. We're in the playoffs for the second consecutive season.
Yes.
Nobody else around here is making that claim. And as we gathered in the locker room after the game on Friday night, we sat down we had all of our freshmen dressed, sophomores, juniors. We had them all dressed for that big game with Jonathan Alder, and we realized that our freshman team, our reserve team, and our varsity team this year was 27-2. And we're going to graduate some seniors, but I think with those guys coming back, we're going to be able to find a few players in there too. So
step in there.
We're real tickled. It's because of guys like Cliff and guys like Corey that our program has gotten to where it is. And you talked about the leadership. There's certainly no better guys to talk about than the two we have with us tonight. Cliff, just final thought. I guess basically the same question I asked Corey. What's really something you're going to remember about this year? And let's say we go on and win a state championship. If we were to end right now tonight, what's something you're going to remember?
Well, I'm going to remember the fan support and their support me and the team, most of all. So,
just the camaraderie and part of being part of it.
Even if we lose or win, they're always there for us, helping us, giving us helping hand.
Been a lot of great lessons learned this year. Cliff, appreciate you being with us tonight, and I believe that you're going to have the game of your life Friday night. We're going to need it out of you, and I believe you'll give it to us. Maybe we can take a minute now, George, and talk a little bit about Germantown Valley View now that we have Coach E with us. And Coach, maybe you could take a minute or two and explain to the fans, kind of, from an offensive standpoint, when we're on defense, what is it that Germantown Valley View is going to do to us that we're going to have to try to defend? It's different in their team.
First of all, you mentioned the run and shoot, which means that Germantown will have one back in the backfield and a double slot look.
4 wide receivers.
4 wide receivers. And one of the keys to the game will be stopping their slot backs wide. And any type of reverse action or sweep action where they take that slot, and especially the one boy, number 22, has excellent speed, and get him the ball. We got to stop that. They have a fullback that runs quite well, and a quarterback that can throw the ball. So in looking in preparation, we need to stop the slots wide. We need to stop the fullback and the quarterback. And it may seem like a lot, but it isn't. When you can zero in on those three things, get pressure on the quarterback when he's thrown, which we will do, then, you know, sometimes you look at the run and shoot and it's so sophisticated and everything else. I really believe if we come at this team just as we came at Jonathan Alder, we'll be okay.
You know, Coach, you talk about it being sophisticated. Doesn't matter whether you play the run and shoot, the wing tee, the I formation, no backs, a wishbone, it all comes down to what?
Tackling and blocking. I mean, that's what it comes down to. We talked about that at Jonathan Alder, and they run the wing tee, and we don't see it that much, and you know, run and shoot. It all comes. In my experience in high school, coaching college, has been whoever can block and who can ever. It may sound simple. Whoever can block and whoever can tackle the best is going to win. So when we go there Saturday night, whoever blocks offensively and whoever hits the hardest defensively is going to win.
After every football game, George, we sit down and go over the film. We chart our tackles, assists, all that stuff. But I think we're one of the rare teams. We chart missed tackles because we think that's a big part of the football game. Are your kids missing tackles? And the first time, I think, since I've been coaching, at least since we've been charting them, against Jonathan Alder the other night, we did not have one missed tackle.
Wow.
Which means that when our guys got to where they were supposed to get,
Yes.
they were finishing off the guy.
Yeah.
And I think if you go back and maybe look at West Jefferson, or certainly the week before Bexley, they're moving the ball because the first guy there is missing it and other guys are sliding off. And I think that has to do with the focus and the intensity that our kids displayed in the game Friday night. And against Valley View, that's the same type of thing we're going to have to have.
Oh, we have to tackle against them. As we noticed in looking at the films that we have, the poor tackling that was done by a lot of their opponents. And, of course, their speed, you know, I have some quick kids in that. But that's one thing that really stuck out was the amount of poor tackling that was done on that tape. And we just can't tackle that way. We got to go and hit, and we'll be fine. We'll be okay.
One thing I'd like to say, George, I know that this TV show is seen in more places than just in London. I know that maybe they get it in Plain City. I know they get it in West Jefferson and over in parts of Columbus. I know they pick it up in Hilliard. And I'd just like to say publicly, and what a great loser Paul Jenny was Friday night. So a lot of times when you lose a football game, I know as a coach when I lose a football game, the hardest thing for me to do is to walk across the field, face that other guy, shake his hand, say, great job. And I'm telling you, Coach Jenny made not one excuse. Now, whether his kids played well or didn't play well, that's not for me to decide.
Right.
And it's not. He's the one that knows how those kids play. But he didn't make any excuses. You know, he put his arm around me, gave me a big hug, said good luck, and I was so tickled when I got home. I told him, hey, Paul, you know, I'm sorry, because I know they were going for 10-0.
Yeah.
They wanted to be in the playoffs, and man, we wanted to be there too.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
Somebody's got to win.
That's right.
He said, hey, Coach, don't worry about it, man. You guys played well. And went home, and I was so tickled to find out yesterday afternoon in our all-league meeting that they made the playoffs too. And I don't say that in a hollow way, because I'm tickled that Jonathan Alder's in there. And I know a lot of times, especially here in Madison County, whether it be West Jefferson or Madison Plains, whoever, when they get in the playoffs, we try to go and support them. And I would hope that all the fans in Madison County would rally around Jonathan Alder Friday night when they go down to play against Cape down at Xenia. It's not just Jonathan Alder playing, that's a team in our community that's down there playing, a team in our league. And I think the people at West Jeff and Madison Plains and London ought to get down there and support those guys on Friday night. And I think also they ought to try to come and support us on Saturday night when we go down and play against Valley View. I know that in the past, Coach, if West Jeff gets in there, I go to the ball game. I try to pull for those guys. I don't go there and hope they lose, because if West Jefferson wins the state championship, it makes all of us feel better. And the season's over now. We were 9-1. Alder was 9-1. West Jeff was 8-2. Let's put all that behind us and let's go pull for each other. If we get knocked out Saturday night and Jonathan Alder gets to continue playing, I'm behind him 100%. And I would just hope that our fans, all the fans out there, would really feel that same way. For those of you who maybe don't know, Jonathan Alder plays Friday night at Xenia Field against Cincinnati Academy of Physical Education, Cape. It was really a state power, but Jonathan Alder was fourth in the state before we beat them. I don't know what the rating would be now, but they're a state power too. And if we get a lot of people there and raise all kinds of cane, you know, I think that
makes a big difference.
Some great things can happen. And I think the community of London needs to get out there. And then, of course, on Saturday night, we play at Welcome Stadium down in Dayton at 7 o'clock. And I know there are plans for a community pep rally. There's a bonfire on Friday night, a community send-off and caravan and all that stuff scheduled for Saturday afternoon. So check and find out. Please get there and support us. You know, it's quite an accomplishment. We told our kids last night, George, excuse me, that at the beginning of the year, there were 770 football teams that began playing football in the state of Ohio. Today, there are 690 that are no longer playing. There are only 80 teams still left. London High School is one of them. Jonathan Alder is one of them.
That's great.
A week from tonight, or a week from Friday night, it's only going to be 40.
Yeah.
Let's get out there. I mean, this is a big deal. It's like winning the district in basketball. It's really what it is. We're one of the 16 teams left Division III. Jonathan Alder is one of the 16 teams left in Division IV. And I know when we went to our league meeting yesterday, we were so proud of Madison County football because you take the 3 Madison County schools, Jonathan Alder, London, and West Jefferson, you add us together, and we were, what, 26-4.
Yeah.
That's a pretty daggone good season. And we considered that 3 of those losses were knocking each other around. So get out there and support those guys next week.
You know, Coach, one of the things that I saw Friday night, man, and really thrilled me, is that when you look down at the scoreboard, and we were marching that way, and you look standing up under the scoreboard of the goalpost down there, you could see all these Madison Plain jackets standing there, you know, and that just really touched my heart to see that they would come out and support, you know,
whomever, whether they were for Alder or
I mean, that's what I'm saying, but just to see them out there, you know, so I understand what you're saying. So, Coach Emmett, any final words, man, for what's going to happen this week?
Well, you know, I think we have to just do the things that we did last week. I know we'll practice hard this week. I know the coaches will have the guys ready. And as I told them last night, when we hit that turf at Welcome, we're not going to be awed by it. We're going to look over at Valley View and say, here we come. So that's the way we're going to attack it.
Something that would really help, George, I know that Mr. Nance talked about that when he was on here, is for those people who are going to go to the football game, please go to the school and buy the ticket. If you're going to go to Jonathan Alder's game, go up to their school and buy it, because they get to keep 80 cents of that ticket.
80 cents, yeah.
If they don't get it, if they don't buy the ticket there, they don't get to keep that money. And you know, football and basketball basically support all the other programs. That income goes into the athletic department, and it helps to buy cross-country uniforms and volleyball uniforms and softballs and bats and all that.
Yeah.
And rather than giving 80 cents to the state of Ohio, give 80
give it to
cents
school.
to London High School.
Yes,
So
that's good.
those of you who are going to go to the game and your plans are to go to the game, get together with your friends and go to the high school and buy those tickets so that that money can stay right here in London. We can use it in our own athletic programs.
Very good. Corey, one last remark. What are you looking forward to Friday night?
That we're going to play hard and aggressive, and we're going to come out with a win.
Very good. Cliff Williams, what are you going to do outstanding this week that you didn't do last week? I mean, that's pretty hard to say for you, because you try to do something outstanding all the time. But what are you going to do this week to get the guys as fired up this week as you did last week?
Turn up a little bit more, come out with the win, go to another level.
So much of it's emotional, George.
Sure,
It's emotional, and that's, everybody knows how to block and tackle, and everybody knows all those things. It's right between the ears, and that's where we're going to get it done.
Well, I want to say, Coach, you did an outstanding job. Coach Emmett.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I enjoy it. This is a great show.
Great show. Coach Dobb.
9-1's a pretty good year, isn't it, George?
Great year, man. Great year.
A lot of teams out there like to be 9-1, and we're real tickled with our kids and the direction that our program's gone. And I think the thing that there are a lot of things that we're proud of. We think not only are we making good football players, we think we're making good young men too, George.
Yes.
Guys who are going to be a credit to their schools and to their communities. And you know, we're in it to win football games. I'm not going to lie about it.
Right.
I mean, I go there to win.
I know
but sometimes there are things that really are more important than that. And
that's right.
a lot of times people don't always understand that. If you're not so deeply involved with what's going on, you don't understand the inner workings of a team and what really takes place.
Very good. Well, before we go off the air tonight, there's somebody that I want to thank, and I know that I don't know whether they're going to be looking or not. But anyway, Coach, it's your sister, Jane. I really want to thank her on this TV program for last week. Her and I taking the time, you know, although, you know, I had a doctor's appointment or whatever, but she and I took the time to go to the field early morning, and me and her enjoyed ourselves walking around that field and just praying, you know. So I just want to say, you know, thank you very much, Jan, and we love you, and some kind of way Saturday, man, you're going to get to that other field up there. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. So I just want to thank you for that.
I think we need to also, George, give a special thanks to Juan McNeil, who's running the camera here. My main man, Zach, over here, who's running the other camera.
Zach doing a great job.
Gary McNeil, who's back in the room running the control board, and has done that, really has done that all year long. Carl King, I don't know if Carl's still back there, but he does the games on Friday night. And this production here at Bethel Pentecostal Church, you know, Gary doesn't have to do this. He donates his time and sets all this up so that our program can be better. Gary and Juan and Zach and Carl, for London football program, London Athletic Department, we'd like to thank you for doing this for us.
And they are, and I just want to mention tonight that they're doing such a great job, Gary McNeil and Carl King, and we want to thank them because if it hadn't been for them Friday night having the film, Channel 4 was out there to film and something happened that they couldn't film it, so therefore Gary McNeil and them had the film, gave it to Channel 4, and they ran it on TV. So, you know, we want everybody to thank these guys for such a great job that they're doing for London High School. So when you fans see them out there, just say, hey, you know, we appreciate what you're doing to be able to show the community how much that they really love this London football team. Not only the football team, basketball, track, and whatever. So I just want to say tonight, this is the end of another show. God bless you. We love you. We will see you next week.
After a big victory.
After a big victory. Valley View. See you.